find some of that elusive speed.
Parker, similar theme with Riley Herbst. No one has more points going toward the playoffs without a win than Riley, but he's got something to race for. Kim mentioned Sam Mayer. Sam is only 3 points behind Riley Herbst and could take over that spot for an extra bonus playoff point after Bristol next week. We'll see if Riley can keep it ahead today of Mayer as well as the rest of the field as he qualified 12th, and we'll be right on board on him with the Monster Energy.
Hello everyone, I am BowserJrXD. Welcome to the Kansas Lottery 300 at Kansas Speedway. I missed opening ceremonies completely. I thought that was all starting at 3, so I missed all that. I don't have time for the starting lineup. See right there, Vargas, Wright, Gase, Griffith, Parsons, 6, Vargas, 68, Wright, 35, Gase, 26, Griffith, 78, Parsons, 5, Smithley, 38, McLaughlin, 08, David Starr, 47, Poole, 36, Williams, 66, Yaley, 45, Caruth, 77, Bassett, 44, DeSavino, 91, Massey, 4, Curry, 23, Alfredo, 31, Snyder, 02, Brown, 27, Burton, 34, Iwuji, 51, 51, Clemens, 07, Brett Moffitt, 48, Ross Chastain, 10, Castle, 39, Sieg, 98, Herbst, 18, Smith, 8, Berry, 7, Allgaier, 1, Mayer, 11, Hemrick, 21, Hill, 9, Gregson, 16, Dinger, 2, Creed, 54, Gibbs, 19, Jones.
But this team got thrown a bit of a curveball with this cool weather. They told me they had set this car up for 90 degrees.
Start the playoffs and find out who can win the championship here in 2022. But this is an important step right here. This Kansas race. Again, up front, Brandon Jones and Ty Gibbs making up row 1. Brandon Jones has chosen the inside line. And
here we go. Green at Kansas. 200 laps around the 1.5 mile oval. Jones and Gibbs are side by side.
His teammate can stay on his door to be an advantage. Oh, Justin Allgaier racetrack.
Lead.
Trying to make it 3 wide. Whoa, contact.
Little loose for the 2.
Austin Hill in the 21 up there. We saw Sam Mayer in the 1 right up against the wall. At least they all made it through 1 and 2. We've seen it before in the Xfinity Series where they didn't get through that first turn.
He's got the through the quarter panel, but they all came out of there okay.
Practice and qualifying yesterday, we saw cars moving all over the racetrack, and I mean the back ends coming out. They were tight in some areas, and right now they're full throttle working their way around this mile and a half.
3 wide still back here. Sammy Smith down at the bottom of that 18 car. Josh Berry in the sandwich, dropping back. Almost 4 wide right now.
Pretty good run up front, it looked like, for Ty Gibbs. As he's looking to the inside now for the lead. Gibbs on the inside of Brandon Jones.
Well, not new leader just yet. So I'm trying to play catch up with doing stuff.
Fight for the top
Didn't
spot
realize
as
that
Jones had it, and now Gibbs working a little lower line there through 3 and 4. We'll see it down to the apron. He can keep that speed up.
Jones trying to keep close. Gets that 54 loose. Gibbs out of the gas, sliding the back all the way out turn 4.
All right, find your rhythm here.
Couple of JRM cars running 6th, 7th, and 8th, coming up on 5th.
Right up against the fence most of this race already.
Yeah, you can see a lot of drivers moving, migrating toward the top.
Multiple lines around this mile-and-a-half racetrack, and even the apron is used.
Race is 2%
right
over.
From Justin Allgaier. Allgaier already has been to victory lane a couple times. And once again, under
Here
fire
comes
for
the
the
54
lead.
again, trying to make the pass on the 19.
Brandon Jones.
He's going to clear it this time. Jones way up the racetrack, taking a long way around. The 19's going to have a little momentum off the corner here, though. Not quite a big enough run to put the fight back
And
to
the
it.
54 takes the lead on lap 5. Or is it? No, sorry. Well, yeah, he leads. You know what I meant.
See the back of Gibbs' car moving around a little bit in the middle of 1 and 2, but able to carry a lot of speed on corner entry. Even though it's wiggling around, driving that deep in the corner, he's got to.
The 9 and the 2 battling for 4th. So the 9 got past Austin Hill. Creed so close to winning just last week at Darlington, lost to Gregson. And that amazing finish. He's got to pass Ryan Sieg in the points. As he's running, he would pass Ryan Sieg. I believe the gap is 18 points, but I should check. It's not incumbent right now because it's not the final race for me to constantly bring it up, though. Ooh.
These cars do not have compared to the trucks, and he's managing it so much better. They hope he manages it the next 2 races to the playoffs.
The 2 getting passed by the 9, and here come the 7 and the 21. Still trying to check the deficit in points. It's a it's a 16-point deficit. Now the 7 gets around, and then comes his teammate, Austin Hill.
Really loose right there. Good save. Had the left side tires and left her right on that seam. Might have took a little bit of grip away.
He called it really free. Center off. I think we're not surprised.
Yeah, not surprised either. He caught it. Very talented race car driver. Almost was able to hold off Noah Gregson as well as Kyle Larson.
And here comes his teammate, Austin Hill, now. One of those cars that was catching up to him. We'll see if he can get around as well.
They both came up from the Truck Series this year.
48 here. Being driven by Ross Chastain. He's won here before in the Truck Series and obviously running in the Cup Series tomorrow afternoon.
Of course, Chastain, when he ran the 2019 season with Nice, when he was searching for a ride, he won 3 races, and that was one of them. He also won at Gateway. I don't remember where he also. I don't remember. There was one other race he won. I don't remember where. That was the last season before I started watching NASCAR full time. Well, the first time since the 2000s. Berry's in 15th right now behind Brett Moffitt. Ryan Sieg. Brett Moffitt running that 07. That is not a Stewart Haas prepared car. He is running that car very well. I'd like to see where Brandon Brown is in that 02. He's in 22nd. 68. Chris Wright is in 30th. Mason Massey's already 2 laps down. I don't know if he's off the track or not. I'll find out when the Chiron cycles around and I'll take a peek there. I didn't see it.
Dives off into turn 1. He's going to clear him for a moment. 39 trying to come back on the outside.
Once again as Sieg has a run, but
not showing it. It's not showing 30th, but any positions behind 31st, behind 30th. Anyway, Gibbs leads. Then it's Jones, Dinger, Gregson, Allgaier. Position that there.
It's a tradition like no other. And a track like no other. And after it's all over, you still won't believe it ever happened. Get your tickets now at Tallahassee.com. Right now, it could seem like the only people
Jesse
who matter are the
Wuji
loudest.
changed back
Those
to
who
the
wanna tear
car
things down and
after
then
Kyle
fly
Weatherman
away on
qualified
their
it, so now
personal
he's a lap
spaceships
down.
when things get hard.
Because he
We've got
sucks so hard.
182,000 people, and they're building big things. new things, things that will change the way we do things. And you might not know their names, but these people get up every day, working together to move us all forward.
Meet Zach. His work-life balance is anything but balanced, but when he gets on the bike, he becomes Zen Zach. And Zen Zach rides with Geico, because saving money and getting great coverage is totally chill. Geico, savings and service for both your sides.
Been playing some old school
There
stuff.
are those of us who earn our
That's like the
calluses.
original Nintendo DS, am I right?
We choose
They can
raw
hold a charge for
materials
God knows how
that
long.
they're made.
The light could play Game Boy games.
It takes a special
Game Boy
kind of person
Advance
to build their
games.
world from scratch.
I got some good old Pokemon Diamond. My
Special set
favorite
of
game.
tools.
One of my favorite games in the
We're the
world.
tools of problem solvers paradise. There's nothing we can't find, fix, or figure out together. We're made for this. Start solving your projects today
In the
at
middle of trying to
northerntool.com.
harvest the not really harvest the unknown.
Sci-fi.
Tomorrow, Sunday Night Football, it's Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as they will visit Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. That coverage begins with Football Night in America at 7 p.m. Eastern. Always love hearing that music as we get back into football season. It feels like football season here at Kansas Speedway as
Remember,
temperatures have
NASCAR,
dropped.
the ratings did
There's
pretty
cloud
well when you
cover
consider the fact that
overhead.
they were yesterday's
Ty Gibbs out front. He
the
has a
show. It
1
was
second
competing
lead
against
over
the
Brandon
NFL.
Jones right now. And want to get a few updates as we are now.
The 5 car
18
has gone a
laps
lap
into this
down.
race.
That
We'll start
is
with Parker.
Garrett Smithley, which means
Rick, AJ
we got
Allmendinger just fell from
that
third
means
to
CJ
fourth. You see that
McLaughlin and
wheel
Ryan
off the
Vargas
corner
are also
lap,
lap
the
down.
only
We're
thing
20
that's
laps
going on
into
the
the
race
race.
car
That means
taking
we're 10% done. I was hold up 5 fingers.
We go away so quick, man. My gosh, we gotta tell him it's not going away no further than the front guys right now.
So Gregson has passed Allmendinger and Allgaier is coming up behind him.
It's typical AJ being a little frustrated with the race car there, but one thing he did mention is the right rear going away and just the pace of the tire fall off. We talk often about these tracks and how they age. We know this is one of those tracks that's aging quickly. It's creating more tire fall off. As you can see, the 16 really struggling that fall off right now, Dave.
Parker, same organization. It was mentioned in pre-race that Daniel Hemrick now has Jason Trinch as his crew chief. Dan told me this morning that's actually pretty okay because in the
Hemrick's in 13th and Castle's in 14th. I don't know. I mean, I think it's just Call Lake might not be as good as he might as last year.
Back to 13th is Daniel Hemrick from a starting position of 7th. It's a little bit tight, Kim.
Well, like Junior mentioned, Josh Berry had been on the splitter in practice yesterday, but that wasn't the only problem. He told me they were just way too loose when they ran yesterday, so much so he didn't feel like he was comfortable up against the wall, but he told me they have a plan in place, was optimistic about the changes. I don't think they got enough changes on that car because Josh just came on the radio lap 15 and said, guys, I am really, really loose. I cannot do anything with this race car, Parker.
Well, Kim, it just seems to be a trend for a lot of these race car drivers out here to be struggling with the handling of the race cars. That's the case right now for Ryan Sieg, who came in here in that playoff battle. He basically
Sieg's not in the top 10. Creed is now in 10th. That's not enough for him to claim the position right away or going into Bristol.
Right now, saying it's tight as he goes to the center, and then it's getting loose on the exit, looking for that grip in the 39 car right now.
Ty Gibbs still a pretty sizable lead over Brandon Jones running in the 2nd spot, 1.6 second difference. Then Noah Gregson's back there. He's about 3.5 seconds back from Gibbs.
He is, but he's got the fastest race car right now. Consistently, he runs faster than Gibbs and Jones in front of him, and he's able to.
The 35 car is a different font. That's with Joey Gate's gonna lap down. Dylan Bassett's a lap down. Stephon Parsons is a lap down. Howie DeSavino the third is a lap down. Next up would be the 47, and we're only about halfway through the stage. So up to four. I think at the end of the stage, if we don't have any problems, there could be only 14 cars in the lead lap.
You know, running right against the fence, you can find a little bit extra speed. Noah really loves doing
Greg's 3.2 seconds behind the leaders
and just, you know,
right now.
Almost, it's a rite of passage almost for him to go out there and try to figure out how close can he get to the ball. You put cameras and GoPros on the right side of the car trying to take pictures and videos of getting on the fence there. And so he's worked really hard to try to make that something he's good at, because he knows that not only is it kind of a bit of a bragging rights to be able to run the fence really well, but at a lot of these racetracks, it's the only way to run them, and it's the only way to make speed.
Homestead is the premium example of that, being able to run the wall.
Credit for doing that. They helped Tyler Reddick with that at Homestead at testing. They helped Noah at a test at Homestead. Literally went to Homestead with parts and pieces to fix the car.
Okay, he gained a half second in the lap, since I said 3.2 seconds behind. David Starr's a lap down. Yeah, Brandon Poole's a lap down. Derek Griffith's a lap down. Jesse Rucci's a second lap down. In fact, his last lap was 8 miles per hour faster than the car behind him.
Bring in our crew chief, Steve Letarte. Steve, you know, we've said that fuel-wise, these guys can easily make it to the end of the stage, but it seems as though the tires they continue to be the complaint of these drivers. Will the tires make it for 45 laps?
They will, Rick, but the drivers aren't going to like it. They're going to continue to lose grip, and this is
now he's under 140 miles. That's under 150 miles per hour now. That's just pathetic.
It requires a crew chief to really have his car handling well to give his driver not just options, but how much tire life do you use to move up through the pack or defend? Like we see the
like Owuji, he cannot drive at all, ever.
That we see is moving in the top 5. That
oh
right
God!
There, Sammy Smith, only his 6th Xfinity Series race this year. We know he's in great equipment. He knows that.
Sammy Smith running in the 4th position. He just got passed by Allgaier though. Those cars flying.
He's a good little young driver that I think we're going to see in the Xfinity Series full time.
Just 18 years old. Sammy Smith going right now, almost passing Allgaier, the veteran here of the Xfinity Series.
He's been running super late models, and he's really developed a lot in the last year from a good race
He's
driver.
3 miles per hour slower than the next slowest car on the track. It's pathetic. That is great. The margin went back up to 160 to 3.2 seconds. So I'm guessing lap traffic navigation is going to be important. Vargas goes another lap down. Josh Williams a lap down. JJ Yaley a lap down. Jeb Burton a lap down.
But they said the benefit of being here is that there's so many different lines that's going to help Sammy navigate this racetrack. He won't have to be stuck behind somebody the entire time. Right now, Sammy running very well in the 4th position, Dave.
Going the wrong way. We saw earlier the 2 of
Creed is continuing the backslide. He's now back in 12th. At this point, he'd only gained 4 points. Apparently, there's also a ton of rain headed toward the speedway. Rain was in the forecast for the race, so it's going to be very important to get to see how far they can make it. I can see that the looks like it's starting to get darker on the speedway itself. Not rain, just some cloud cover.
At the end of stage 1 with 15 to go, Rick.
Yeah, just 15 laps to go. Creed, who needs every point he can get, continues to fall.
So they're going to be racing to the rain.
In the 12th position. Remember, Sheldon Creed started
to the rain, not.
He was up in the 2nd row and has continued to drop back slowly, finishing in the top 10.
32 laps completed.
Because you do get stage points, and that's exactly what he needs right now.
I think they'll finish. I think they could make it.
Playoff picture. Still up front, it's Ty Gibbs.
Anyway, Chris Wright a lap down, Brandon Brown a lap down. At least 21 cars in the lead lap. Next one to be lapped would be Raja Caruth.
2022 Cup starting at $23,495. Limited inventory available.
You're probably thinking that these two are in some sort of lovers quarrel. Well, they're not. She's redeeming rewards for matching jerseys. Twinsies!
please? Did you get tools so impressive? You just can't stop banking. What would you like the power to do?
It's back, America. Applebee's all-you-can-eat boneless wings, just $12.99.
WeatherTech.
Toughest spills are no match for the world's best vehicle protection. Laser-measured WeatherTech floor liners. Discover all the ways to keep your vehicle looking like new at WeatherTech.com. Proudly made in America.
Iwuji's over 2.3 seconds slower than the rest of the field. Is he in last place yet?
Hey, Dave. Yep. Wait.
Bailey Curry a lap down. Roger Caruth a lap down. Bailey Curry a lap down. Next would be Clements in 19th. That's how fast
Parts that fit your vehicle.
they're lapping.
Go to eBay Motors. Let's ride.
That's how slow. Well, it shows how slow Iwuji is and how fast Gibbs is.
Eliminating grays is as easy as combing your hair. With Just for Men Easy Comb in Color. Just twist and comb. Getting natural looking results has never been easier.
Let's get this meeting started.
For most men, trust Just for Men.
This just in. A giant robot has landed downtown.
Hey, Craig.
Hey, guys. This is just my workout stuff.
If you have a secret identity, you need to keep it secret. And if you want to save by bundling home and car insurance, you need Geico.
You're still wearing your mask, dude.
Make sure to download the official app of NASCAR. It allows you to follow the action with free live scoring. There's in-car cameras as well as radio broadcasts. You can search NASCAR in your app store. You can download it and start a free trial. Things heating up with all
I see that the 9 is catching up to the 19.
Toyota driver update. 3 Toyotas inside the top 5 right now. Gibbs, Jones, and Smith.
And that battle for second's heating up, and it's been fun watching both of them trying to work through lap traffic and using lap traffic to their advantage, to their disadvantage. Speaking of Jones and Gregson there. Right there's the battle.
Right
Jones
here.
at the bottom of the racetrack in that yellow 19 up in second place. Gregson in the 9 running the fence.
Momentum here.
I feel like if Noah could ever get in front of Jones, he could drive away from him, but he gets right here, and Brandon's got the line that Noah wants, and it takes the air off of Noah. See the similar corner speed that Noah's able to carry?
Is that a defensive move that we're seeing out of Brandon Jones? He's driving out of the rearview mirror right now.
Well, I think that's where Brandon wants to be anyway. Right here, Noah drives deep in the corner.
Slide job. He's going to go up the racetrack in front of the 19. 19's coming back down the racetrack to try the crossover move. He's going to make that happen. Down the back straightaway. Noah tries to slide drive to slow this 19 down.
So close. Come on, make that pass, Gregson.
All along.
And Brandon can't get in front of him up there. For the second spot, Gregson's going to take it away from Brandon.
The 9 to
So
second
Jones
place.
Now falls back to third.
Now the gap is 3.5 seconds to Joe Gibbs, Ty Gibbs.
6
It
laps
takes
to go.
you lose speed trying
And
to
about 3.5
make those
seconds.
passes.
Gregson won't be able to catch Ty Gibbs unless something happens with Gibbs up front. Big gap. I know Gregson's been very fast at the end of this run.
All right, looking at the lap cars, Jeremy Clements a lap down. Next is Alfredo in 18th.
Brandon Jones from the pole. Jones told Jeff Burton on the pace laps, I think our long run speed is our strong suit today. Unfortunately for Brandon right now, there's his teammate, the 54 Gibbs, who has all his notes, and the 9 of Gregson, who appear to be better on the long run. We'll see if Jones can get that fixed on this first pit stop.
Dave, we talked about the weather change, how big it is, and yesterday when it was hot and slick, this car was the best car. But it's no longer hot and slick. There's tons of grip out there, and that took away the advantage that he had. They've got to make some adjustments here.
Sam Mayer, Josh Berry, Riley Herbst all battling back here for 9th, 10th, and 11th position.
It's easy to lump Josh Berry
All right,
into kind
Creed's
of
in
young
14
drivers, even though
seasons.
he's not age-wise young, but to this type of racing he is. He is very limited in his experience as far as what he's done. But
My
boy,
foot's
has
asleep.
he
Wonderful.
risen to the occasion.
I hate, don't you hate
wins that
when
he's
your
already
foot
gotten.
falls asleep and then you gotta like
Basically his
jump
first
around like a
race.
maniac?
He has a race here earlier, but in a very
Anyway, 3 to go.
low-budget team. Didn't really
Moffitt's up
feel
to
like
6. I didn't even see that.
he had a lot of
Moffitt in the
experience
07 driving very well.
And right now,
Which makes me
he's
wonder
moving
how
into the
bad
ninth
Our
position.
Motorsports
What's he
is.
doing with that car?
Because Moffitt's does not even have a top 5.
That race car was now almost undrivable despite still being
Jesse
in the top 10.
Iwuji
Listen.
is now fallen back on pure pace.
So as we heard there, Josh Berry very upset with the condition of that race car. They're looking for a big change after this stage.
And it's always tough to watch a driver say something like that and be in the top 10, or maybe be advancing forward and talk about how bad his car is.
Yeah, I mean, you feel like you're on an
Unbelievable. Like,
island.
how
Feel like
bad is it where
nobody's
you
listening.
get outrun by a car that was 2
Problems
laps
are
down
Really,
and lapped
you make them a
naturally?
lot
That's
worse
just
in your
pathetic.
mind, right? You make a little problem a big problem in a hurry if you let it. Well, he's in 9th, but he's 21 seconds behind Ty Gibbs. So that's why he's screaming so much. Over 45 laps, 44 laps. That's a half second a lap, right? So he does not feel good right now. He does not have near the pace he needs if he wants to try to win this race.
Final lap of stage 1. Gibbs, like, swerving through traffic. Traffic.
Already, Ty Gibbs has put all the way up to 19th a lap.
Alfredo
and 19th is Jeremy
is right in front of the 54, but he's not going to get lapped because the stage is going to end. Ty Gibbs wins stage 1. Noah Gregson,
won this race a year ago.
P2. 3rd goes to
this year for Ty
Brandon
Gibbs.
Jones. 4th, Sammy Smith. 5th, Justin Allgaier. 6th should go to Brett Moffitt.
So Ty Gibbs has a 1.5 second lead.
I'm going
over
to show it.
Gregson when
No.
he wins stage
Moffitt,
1.
Hill,
Gregson,
Allmendinger, Berry,
fastest
Herbst.
car on the track there.
Free pass will go to the 51 of Jeremy
Ultimately,
Clements.
Gibbs flexing his muscles here in Kansas.
Right now, it could seem like the only people who matter are the loudest. Those who want to tear things down and then fly away on their own personal spaceships when things get hard. But we've got 182,000 people, and they're building big things, new things, things that will change the way we do things. And you might not know their names, but these people get up every day,
45
working
laps completed.
together
We're probably
to
racing
move
towards
us
the
all
rain.
Teaching her how to drive. But Dad, why not use Greenlight to help her save for her own car? Mowing lawns, getting paid. Oh, smoothies. Is that strawberry? Soon, she'll go from washing your car to flexing with her own. Even better, teach her how to invest in cars. Together, you can navigate the world of earning, saving, and investing. Because when you teach her how to be smart about money, she'll go far. Real far. Invest in your best investment. Greenlight.
All that melty cheese you crave with double the steak is back at Taco Bell. The double steak grilled cheese burrito.
That's such a stupid ass Taco Bell commercial.
For every generation, it has started with...
I have no desire to join the Marines. I hear someone. Hello, D. Racing fan.
Hey.
Alright, did you see the Athletic article?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, it's been like a Joe Good for like 15 years. It's gonna be an interesting change. Now, I mean, I don't know how he'll perform, but I'll say he'll do a decent job.
We shall see. But I mean, also KBM going to be a Chevy team now, I'm assuming as well.
Oh.
And then there goes the Joe Gibbs race. Just fucking asshole, not you. All right.
He's going to want that thing to have a few adjustments before they send him back out on the racetrack. And quite a few drivers, I'm sure, will be.
Hi, Malachi Coat. Swine flu. Caution is for the stage ending.
18 cars will be able to make their way down there. The lead lap cars, and we'll start with.
Hope you're all doing just fabulous. I haven't seen you before, Swine Flu, so welcome to the stream.
His team on the radio, a little free, but it's what we expected. You see him stopping there on the top left. 4-tire Sunoco fuel to call. No changes expected for he in that car, Parker.
Tim, for Justin Allgaier there in the top right, your screening.
I even noticed that Ty Gibbs has a research scheme.
With those front runners, it's going to be 4 Goodyear tires.
Usually, of course, that is the sponsor for Martin Truex Jr.
Built a little bit tight for him. He'll get an air pressure and track bar adjustment. As for Brandon Jones, the pole sitter, his car was not good in 1 and 2, differently than 3 and 4. The exit of 3 and 4, a little bit free, was the biggest concern. We'll watch the race off pit road now, Rick.
Winner off pit road is Gibbs, then Gregson.
Trying to get up there.
Next is Sammy Smith, then Allgaier, Jones, Hill, Moffitt, Allmendinger, Herbst, Kessel.
Sammy Smith grabbed a spot, as did Justin Allgaier here. See just how close it was. About a half a car length separating.
I'm gonna wonder what's Moffitt's best. Moffitt's fastest lap. Let's see. Moffitt's best lap was a 32.028. Not as okay. It's better long run car.
And enjoy tons of live entertainment and fun for the whole family.
Good old nostalgia, am I right? People? Fighting, I'm in the Silesian ruins. Oh shit, how many Geodudes does this dude have? All I have in my party is Alexio, because all I'm doing is hunting for frickin' I'm hunting for unknown Mud Sport. Yeah, well, I wasn't planning to use Spark on a ground type. Anyway, you're at the track and not following super closely. Okay, lap 100 is halfway. Yes, it is correct. Thank you, Randy Bowman. Luxiger to level 25. Named it Link, L-Y-N-C. Bronzor, much more manageable. Kinda wonder, is Spark still depowered by the Mud Sport? I guess I'll find out. Nope. Confused. I hate confusion. Unconfuse yourself, you fuck. Attack! Attack! Thank you. Beat the crap out of that.
It didn't take very long. Little lap as the cars get their shoes underway right here. Ty Gibbs went off pretty easy though.
Yeah, it made it look easy, but I think what we're seeing is a little foreshadowing of what's to come in the playoffs, boys. It's going to be a battle. Those are going to be two drivers who are certainly going to watch, who are going to be the others that are going to battle with them. But certainly Ty Gibbs and Noah Gragson are at the top of their game right now.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. They're going to, it was just clawing and fighting. I love it. But the two guys I was watching throughout that run were both in the 7s, the 7 and the 07. Justin Allgaier is getting better and better, and Brett Moffitt has got a fast race car today. Keep an eye on both of those 7s.
I think Brett Moffitt has something to choose, and Noah Gragson. He had to wait for his car to come in, got that track position. Here he is on the front row to start the second stage.
Free pass. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And yeah, I'm like, Brett Moffitt might be a real upset to win today. He's not playoff eligible because he missed a race, which is horrendous. Only because the sponsorship money ran out.
We may get weather right on top of the midway point of this race. I think all the drivers are probably getting that information. We're racing to the finish. This stage may be the final stage.
Wait, how long's the stage?
Hall of Famer, meteorologist. There's just an endless number of things that Junior can do here. As we take a look at the start of stage 2, Noah Gragson.
Here we go, green for stage 2. It's a 45 lap stage, so no, well,
that there's rain in the area potentially at the end of the stage.
That won't be halfway though, you fucking idiots. Because this goes to lap 90.
His teammate Ty Gibbs, but once he got to the corner, he got put 3 wide and got put in a bad situation, so gave up a lot of spots.
Boston Hill in the 21 now trying to take second away from Noah Gragson.
Gregson's biggest strength came on a good long run.
Straight away, he's got the momentum. He's going to get a side draft. It'll slow him down for corner entry. They're going to go even into turn 1.
That opens the door then for the 7. Justin Allgaier. We'll see which line he chooses.
Noah saying strong on the top is going to get that spot. Austin Hill's going to slide in behind him.
That shuts the door on Allgaier and the progression he was trying to make.
Now what Noah's got to do, you see a lot of action further in the back. What Noah's got to do is keep Ty Gibbs in his sights. Don't let Ty Gibbs drive away. We saw in that first run, Noah had better long run speed. But you cannot give up a ton of speed here or let Ty get too far away where you can't run him back down.
Comes Allgaier looking to the inside of Hill now as the two rocket down the backstretch.
Hill kind of keeping honest on the bottom of the racetrack there. Is going to maintain the position off of turn 4.
Austin Hill currently holding on to that 3rd spot, Parker.
And Rick, it was a pretty impressive restart considering at the initial start he was very free in that 21 car, and the team actually made an adjustment under this last stop to get the car off the splitter a little bit, so he was concerned it was going to be even freer on this restart. He went and got a couple positions there on the bottom, held onto it, but right now, as you see, he loses that position to Justin Allgaier, just trying to get that rear into the racetrack. Doesn't quite have the grip that he'd want, but a pretty impressive restart for Austin Hill, considering how free that car is. That's a tough thing to do, guys. You know that, right? And you have to go off in the corner on a restart, cars all around you, don't have the best air, and you have a free race car and hanging on to it. Pretty impressive.
We got a car on the wall in the middle of 1 and 2, the 07.
Oh, Moffitt hit the wall.
Moffitt just gets into the fence, just getting a little too close to the ball. Get the right rear connected to that wall, and it kind of brings the right front into it. So watch the right rear here. Boom, turns the right front into the wall, and you can't get off of it. You're trying to get off of it, but the body's kind of bit like a wedge, so it kind of pins you into the wall. Does a good job though. Probably not too much damage to be able to continue. These cars can take, they can take quite a beating.
They can.
Sometimes you'll hit the wall with them, but break them fast.
I'm sure that's what Moffitt's hoping for. There's a little more speed in the 07 as we see the gap maybe narrowing a little bit as Gragson trying to close that gap down on Ty Gibbs.
Well, it took 5 laps.
Castle's up to
Noah
10th
break
position
even
now.
with Ty and running the bottom. Then Noah went to the top. Noah went to the top just a little bit too early right there. Gave up about a 10th. He had run him down just a little bit, but it started breaking even with him. And now Noah, as he went to the top, gave him up about a 10th to Gibbs. And all this matters. Like you talked about it. We might be racing to the end of this stage. Every single 10th of a second matters, but because you've got to be there. Now Noah on the bottom, seeing if he can make it time up.
Gregson's only about a second behind the 54.
Noah's radio.
Hamilton, 10 finish
I think they were listening to your prediction, Junior. About the same amount of time they thought.
Right here's a great little battle. Landon Castle in 6th place. Did a good job getting some track position on pit road and on that last restart. Been a unique year for Landon. I think a lot of people were super excited for Landon to get this opportunity to drive this 10 car for Colleague, one of the better teams in this series. Having a good day, having a day, the type of day we expect.
Josh Berry had a ton of problems that last end. Right now he's in 7th. So they probably have fixed that car up. Behind those two is the 18 of Sammy Smith. Having a good run.
Jason Trinchieri is taking over for the 11th Daniel Hemmer.
18 of Sammy Smith, we saw him have really good speed toward the middle and the end of stage 1, but gave all that up on that restart, and now he's trying to get it back, Kim.
Yeah, currently running in the 8th position, and about a lap or 2 ago came on the radio and said, guys, something's not right. I'm either on the splitter or I have a loose wheel. That young driver trying to diagnose it for the team. He said, I think it might just be the splitter. It feels better now, but the crew does have tires on the wall in the instance that maybe it is the latter, Parker.
Well, as we watch Landon Castle try to hold off Josh Berry there, and now goes to the top. That's something he's been working on through the first stage of this race. He said on the radio under that last caution, he was just too tight to run on the wall how he wanted to, but he could get the car to turn
8 really trying to make some moves on that 10. We're to lap. We're now at 62 laps. Or no, we're on lap 62. Excuse me. Apparently, Michael Annette is at the track, which is always cool.
Trying now to get to the side and clear that 10. And Josh Berry will take the spot away.
18, Sammy Smith trying to do the same thing. Slides up off the bottom of that 18 car. Castle's going to have the momentum off the corner to keep the spot. Sammy had the disadvantage of the 8 car down there, so he had air being taken off of his car. He drove in there deep, the same way that Berry did, but he didn't have clean air like Berry.
Berry able to hold off that little charge there by Landon Castle. So Berry back up to the 6th spot now, and it seems as though whatever adjustments they made on pit road have worked for Josh Berry. As we see out front, Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs continues to lead.
4.5 mile tracks, but today he's led more laps than his whole career of 1.5 mile tracks. So out front, Ty Gibbs putting on a show.
Just sold my car with CarGurus.
Yeah, you did.
And you instantly got the best, most competitive offer from our network of thousands of dealers.
So you're selling the car, but keeping the button. You sell the broom too?
CarGurus. Get the best offer for your car.
Probably thinking that these two are in some sort of lover's quarrel.
Well, they're not. She's redeeming rewards for matching jerseys. Twinsies!
Digital tools so impressive, you just can't stop banking. What would you like the power to do?
Hey, fellow truck lovers, it's me, Bob. Today I'm going to show you the easiest way to make your truck better. It's a no-brainer. WeatherTech. Laser-measured floor liners that fit perfectly in the front and rear. Underseat storage system keeps your cargo organized. Roll-up truck bed cover protects the cargo bed. Bump step to guard the rear bumper, no-drill mud flaps, and of course cup phone for your phone. Boom, better truck. Hope you were paying attention. Now remember, get all your American-made protection at WeatherTech.com.
eBay Motors, they have all the right parts at the right prices. Whether I'm on 2 wheels, 4 wheels, or no wheels. Let's ride!
The fully electric Audi e-tron family is here. With models that fit any lifestyle.
Oh, Willow. Mooney. Hi. I didn't even see you there. I'm sorry. How are you?
Progressive technology.
Yeah, I'm streaming.
None of the compromise. The Audi e-tron family. Progress
Thanks for all the help you've given me. Since you tell Evergreen, I'm basically forever indebted.
Meet Zach. His work-life balance is anything
The
but
help
balanced,
I've
but when he gets on
gotten
the bike,
from Evergreen is amazing.
Zen Zach. And Zen Zach rides with Geico because saving money and getting great coverage
Thanks
is
so
totally
much.
chill. Geico, savings and service for both your sides.
We're back.
The official app of NASCAR Tracks lets you stay up to date on the latest race and event information from all your favorite tracks, including right here at Kansas Speedway. Search NASCAR Tracks in the App Store. Download for free. You can start using today. Roger Baruch, great vantage point from the Circle.com camera, the helmet cam. All right, guys. Let's take a look at our keys to victory lane from Ruoff Mortgage.
Adjustments to weather. Track's going to continue to cool down.
Can the 9? Yeah, the 9 has been falling behind, so the 54 might be faster overall now. I would think it must have been when they started encountering lap traffic that the car really just started to slow. Clements is already a lap down again. Up, slow car. The 51 of Clements. Yeah, I just said he went a lap down. He's just slow. Power must have gone out in the car.
Still 21 laps to go. Now 20 laps to go.
Caution is out for Clements.
Oh, the radar.
Oh, his engine blew.
Oh, I'm going to say, if we'll see how good Junior's technology is. If you believe in the technology, you're coming right here to burn a set of tires. If you think this race is not going to run its full distance, there's no reason to save one of those 4 sets of Goodyear tires. You have to come and put tires on right here. I mean, you see the rain is approaching. Just a question of when will it get here? What will the cautions look like? I hate to say this live on air, but I agree with Junior. I think the rain's coming, so I think I'm going to have to put a set of tires on right here. If you're the 54, you're just too good to give this race away by not putting a set on.
I think that caution, though, slows the race down to where it may move. The rain may get here before we get official.
Oh, really?
That's my concern now. So if you do use that set of tires,
We need to finish 30 more laps, including the one they're on now, in order to hit halfway.
Relationship was like. I agreed with him, and now he's changing his story to the other side. Like, I thought we were on the same page, but you bring up a great point, Junior, right? If this thing ends or gets wet before halfway, then we're going to have to see a dry racetrack to complete it. He could run the entire race.
Seeing how the 51
car just.
I think he had a left rear tire issue, and he's trying to get off the
A
racetrack.
tire issue.
Road and just losing control of pit entry here.
I didn't realize he spun like that.
Yeah, there was spinning right at pin entry.
There's 18 cars in the lead lap, so this is an opportunity for some guys that have nothing to lose. Like if you are Reed, who's 13, even Riley Herbst at 14, Ryan C, who we keep talking about needs points at 50. What's the hurt if you pit right here? It's worth taking a gamble.
Yeah. And we saw 2.5 seconds fall off from the beginning of stage 1 till the end of stage 1. So those tires very valuable to put on now to help you out if guys are going to stay out.
I think too, there's not enough laps left in the stage. If you're a lap down, 2 laps down, the great opportunity to stay out here. Try to see if you can get a free pass. I think the pressure is on, like Steve mentioned, the pressure's on, Gibbs, because no matter what he does, others should do differently, right? Whatever the leader does in this situation, others have an opportunity to do the exact opposite. There's almost no good call here that team can make.
Pit road is open. And so we'll see who takes the opportunity to come onto pit road for tires, maybe some adjustments, as there'll be 18 laps to go when they come by.
Pit, come on down, don't pass the pace car peeling off.
Here they come. Okay, so who's going to do the opposite? 21 stays on the racetrack. Yeah, what you got?
All right, Austin Hill, the 21 is staying on track. Brett Moffitt staying on track.
They were going to stay out, but obviously electing to change that plan. It's going to be 4 tires. Time reporting just a little bit tight. The track is definitely rubbering up, Parker.
And for Justin Allgaier, the team said we are going to pit here because we are racing the last 90, believing that the rain is coming. There's going to be 4 Goodyear tires. It's a no-go field for Justin Allgaier. Dave?
Loose center off of the 19 of Brandon Jones for the 9 of Noah Gregson running second. He was a tick free on exit. Pretty close, he called it.
Remember, the 39 and the 2 are fighting for every point to get into the top 12 as they race off of pit road. And the 39 of Ryan Sieg decided to stay out as we saw the 2 of Shelby Green come to pit road.
Is there a problem with
You'll
pit
teach her
road?
to drive a car. Then use Greenlight and teach her to save up for her own car. Mowing lawns and getting paid. Navigate the world of earning, saving, and investing together. Invest in your best investment. Greenlight.
Taco Bell's breakfast quesadilla might make you reconsider this whole morning thing. With fluffy eggs, crispy bacon, and melted cheese all folded into a warm tortilla. Wake up to the breakfast quesadilla, only at Taco Bell.
It is always started with the call to serve.
I don't get why they're labeling it as like a race halfway. I mean, the race ends stage 2. Stage 2 is not halfway. They need to start stage 3. But I digress.
Always faithful. Always Marine.
T-Mobile has 5G here, and we also cover you up here. Yup. Get free Wi-Fi now with streaming all flight long. We do coverage differently, with expanded high-speed data across the world. So you're connected here, and here? Not yet. But down here you're covered with a year of AAA roadside assistance on us. On the ground, in the air, overseas, T-Mobile has coverage beyond the expected.
Eliminating grays is as easy as combing your hair. With Just for Men Easy Comb in Color. Just twist and comb. Getting natural looking results has never been easier.
Let's get this meeting started.
Most men trust Just for Men.
Oh boy.
She has curly hair like mine. We have the same glasses. She's smart like me.
So it's going to be Hill, Moffitt, Sieg, Gibbs, Jones, Gregson, Berry, Kessel, Allgaier, Smith. And also the 02 of Brandon Brown got the free pass.
Today's race recap is built by Northern Tools and Equipment. It was Brandon Jones in the 19 who started up front, but Ty Gibbs, teammate of Joe Gibbs Racing, was able to take away.
Let me check the view on stats right now.
Stage 1. And the issue on pit road with Jeremy Clemens trying to get off the track with the lever tire down, spins out right at the entrance. That brings out the caution that we're under currently right now with just about 16 laps to go in stage 2. Weather's on the way. So you can see right here what drivers and teams have decided to do.
101.
Boston Hill. He was running in 4th before this caution came out. He stayed out. 07 of Moffitt running 8th, stayed out. The 39. Sieg running 15th, stayed out. So now Ty Gibbs, he's the first one on tires on the outside lane. You're going to see him immediately go to the top trying to make it 3 wide. Brandon Jones had a good pit stop. He's starting right behind him.
And the meteorologist, I want to hear from meteorologist Dale Jr. Will they get to the end of the stage before the rain gets here?
Rain's about 10 to 14 minutes out. 16 laps to go. That should be enough time to get 16 laps in without another yellow.
But that's not halfway through the race.
Still, you know, we're pushing our luck
It's
here.
not halfway. Why do they phrase it like that? Frame it like that. It's just stupid.
The drivers that stayed out on the old tires, you have to be on the gas.
Not 90 is like 90 divided by 200 is 45 is 0.45.
Behind any of these cars.
Oh, these fucking idiots.
On the used tires. Let's listen to the car radio.
Actually, let's listen to Parker.
Guys, just really quick, Ryan Sieg's team told me before the race, this is the opportunity they were looking for, to do something different. So when everyone pitted, they told them to do the opposite and stay out, and now restarting the top 4 in that playoff battle.
Well, they did the opposite all right, but I think they were hoping more would choose to stay out with them, but now 3 cars could be sitting ducks. The pressure, Goodyear rubber coming quickly as, look at this, they fan out to 4, 5, and 6 wide.
Yeah.
4 wide going into turn
Oh
1.
man, could there be a stack up? Could there be a crash? They're 4 wide through the turns. Man, almost 5 wide as they come off of one. Then they kept it going, and here comes the 9. He maneuvered his way through the chaos, passes Austin Hill, and Noah Gragson takes the race lead.
Now look at Allmendinger on the bottom trying to clear Hill.
And one of the big losers is going to be Ryan Sieg, and that could help Sheldon Creed.
Yeah, the 21 just needs to put it on the fence, and that's the only thing you can hope for if you're him, to stay up here and maintain any kind of track position.
Brandon Jones putting the pressure on the 16 of Allmendinger right now. Here comes the 7 of Allgaier as well.
Allgaier's got really good speed right here. The best we've seen him all day.
So it's Noah Gragson, A.J. Allmendinger, Brandon Jones, Allgaier, and Gibbs.
So Gragson, Allmendinger, Jones, Allgaier, Gibbs. That's your top 5. Then Sammy Smith, Ross Chastain, Landon Castle, Austin Hill, Sheldon Creed. Where has Ryan Sieg fallen back to? I'm guessing the 19th position or so. Yeah, he has 19th position. So with that, that would help Creed gain. Oh, Creed's at the 9th. That means he would gain 11. No, 2 plus 10. He'd gain 12 points. He'd only be 4 behind Ryan Sieg heading into Bristol.
Actually, Allgaier in front of Jones.
12 laps to go here at Kansas Speedway until the end of stage 2. And we know the rain is coming.
Oh, 16, Brand, that
Great battle for the 6th, 5th position between Allmendinger and Sammy Smith.
AJ getting aggressive, trying to keep these guys honest, not able to really drive into the corner like you want when a guy's on your door like that, but he's going to lose this position to Sammy. Sammy Smith in the 5th place. He heard AJ complaining early in the race how much his car was off compared to others, and his team was like, hey, Tucker's not that bad, but it was. He was falling back quickly. Here's a move for 3rd.
Gibbs trying to take it away from Jones. He does.
Gibbs passing Jones.
So now it's Gragson, Allgaier, and Gibbs. And look at the gap between 1 and 2 as they have just 10 laps to go in stage 2.
Wow, 4 wide across the start-finish line. I can see Hill, Moffitt, Mayer, Alfredo. I mean, Ryan Sieg's 12 seconds behind. He's just way behind that mosh pit. Creed's now out of the top 10. Okay, Creed gets back in the top 10.
Trying to get by the 16 once again. A.J. Allmendinger right on that outside door.
Yeah, Allmendinger drove down.
Fierce battles. Ooh.
The air off of Castle, but Castle did a nice job.
That's Ross Chastain in the 48. Also.
Okay, so now the gap in points goes to minus 6.
The 10 of Castle. Now he goes up the racetrack a little higher.
8 laps to go.
Caution.
Yeah, caution has come out. This might be for rain.
Caution for rain. They didn't make it halfway.
Since Daytona to get the caution out before the rain starts heavily. So if they get any sense whatsoever.
So they didn't make it that far.
We saw some on the camera, just a few drops, and they're going to throw it.
So the caution has come out. There are 8 laps to go in this stage. The race cannot be official until they get to the end of stage 2.
And I think once the rain begins, it's going to be here quite a while.
Wonderful.
Right in front coming through.
Yeah, a big cold front that's been passing.
While we're at the Xfinity race at Kansas, the 2005 edition to this race is still the closest finish at Kansas Speedway in its entire history in NASCAR.
Yeah, that is a tough position to be in.
8 laps to go. We're under the yellow.
Allgaier is 2nd. Ty Gibbs 3rd. Brandon Jones 4th. And Sammy Smith the top 5.
Saw the look of frustration.
Yes. Luke Lambert.
Yeah, Luke Lambert, the crew chief for the 9-car.
Chris Gale showing us crew chief of the 54. There's Jason Burdett.
The one thing that will happen, they threw the caution They won't put them under a red flag condition unless the rain gets to the point where they know it's going to be coming down so hard that they don't want them on the racetrack.
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to see NASCAR run this race under caution to make it official. I've never seen them do that in the past.
Right.
If they have rain early, even with 6-7 laps to go before the race will be official, they would stop the cars and not allow this race to become official under caution.
And we remember back to New Hampshire earlier this year. We also just go back a couple races.
No, New Hampshire was last year.
And this was entering turn number 1, the Cup Series. Looked as though it was fine around the racetrack, but you saw that downpour in turn 1, and it took out most of the field.
Yeah, and it wasn't raining.
Yeah, the sun's shining right.
Yeah, it wasn't raining that hard until they got to turn 1, but there was weather right behind turn 1. You could see it there. Look at the sun. You can see it there. You can see it approaching, and NASCAR did what they always do and said, hey, we're not going to throw this caution until it starts raining. Well, it rained so quickly that we had this big wreck, and a lot of drivers, a lot of team owners said, hey, let's do it differently. Let's find a better way to do it, and that's what we're seeing today. We're seeing a caution thrown proactively because rain is very close in the area.
It doesn't seem as though rain has come down on the racetrack to this point. It will be coming from actually behind us.
All right, we're coming down now as they cross the line. It'll be 6 to go.
And this is the complications of this policy, is that...
You go with the track, they wanted on the track condition. Yeah, that's good.
There you go.
That's the leader of the race, of course.
Good to go.
Yeah, so even though weather's in the area, the track's good. They slowed them down. Now you got the leader of the race saying the track's good. So you know the track's good. He wouldn't say that if it wasn't. So now they got to drop the green on this. When's the next time they throw a caution? That's what makes this policy very complicated to understand.
We also got to go through the process of the caution, to open up pit road and all those things. That'll be a few laps eating into this as well.
And that pace car, the odd thing about Daytona is you had the pace car driver on the bottom of the racetrack in turn 1. He never got any drops on his windshield, right? He didn't get it, so he didn't call that it was raining. And so with this today, you can use the driver of this pace car. He's in front of the field. He can see if it's hitting his windshield or not, report that back. They have spotters around the racetrack. They can report that back.
Chris Wright in the 68 got the free pass. We saw him go around, and so the free pass has been given out. Pit road, there's a
Chris
green
Wright.
light in front of pit road.
This is Ryan Sieg. We're going to watch what happens to Ryan on old tires.
He went all the way to the back of that pack, of the lead lap pack.
Appreciation for how difficult.
And look at, like,
he is in.
stacked up.
See all those guys with new tires, how well they
Like a
accelerate,
dinger
how much
just sneaking through the
pressure
middle.
Put on this 39 car.
And you can see some of those guys that stayed out. They're
Brett
pitting
Moffitt
out.
pitting.
It's a tough call for them because if it does rain, it's going to hurt them some. But they had no choice but to put tires on right here.
So with pit road open, a few takers.
Austin Hill.
Especially if this does go back green here next time by, I think it will want to go. Let's go down to Parker.
As you see the time they're spending on the right front, they're just making a packer adjustment, trying to get it off the racetrack there for Austin Hill. Remember, he stayed out from the 4th position there to get to the lead, then obviously fell back on those old tires. Now they'll have a tire advantage. Same for Ryan Sieg in that 39 car who's fighting to be in the playoffs there. They wanted to do something different. This is what they were looking for, to be able to have a tire advantage, and they'll have that right now if we get back going green.
Parker staying in the standard mode would be the leader of the race, Noah Gregson. Luke, you're keeping him out there. Tough spot for NASCAR right here, right after what happened at Daytona.
Yeah, this is a tough situation. Nobody likes to be in this. We want to run these races, under normal conditions, but that's not reality. So they're doing a good job being cautious, making sure we don't tear up a bunch of stuff. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Obviously, I wanted to keep going right there and get to the stage in, but I still think we're going to be really good if we get the opportunity to race it out. We'll see what happens. We still got to close it off though, and I think Noah will do a great job.
I think he did a great job on the restart. How about that?
Yeah, he did a wonderful job. Everything kind of stacked up in front of him. He threaded the needle and made it happen. So really impressed with his abilities. We just got to do it again.
Steve, sometimes you got to have a great race car and then maybe a little bit of Noah.
Well, you definitely need a little bit of luck as well.
All right, let's see what happens when they cross the start-finish line. All right, we're gonna restart with 3 laps to go on the stage, and that would probably, after that, would probably end the race.
Absolutely agree. It's going to be interesting. I really like what I saw out of Noah, though. That was so impressive watching him accelerate through that, through that scrum there in front of Ryan Sieg and those guys. How much of those fresh tires will help everyone throughout the back of this field? We're going to find out.
Yeah, we thought that last restart was crazy. These guys realize how close the rain is now.
Yeah, I don't think we'll make a lap.
Yeah, it's going to get crazy and crazy quick.
So the new tires are in 17th, 18th, 19th position.
Coming down off of 2. Go hard, man.
Yeah, you're starting to hear them.
Rain, as soon as they're about to go back to green, rain coming down off of turn 2.
And we'll see if the lights come back on the pace car. They're coming up. Yeah, you can see raindrops here.
Yeah.
And the lights still.
Lights are off still?
Coming on.
See, there's no rain here.
Great. So now, are they really going to fuck it up like this? Okay, there we go. Caution lights are on as under 3.
And remember, it was either halfway or the end of stage 2 what makes an official race. And this will be official if they get to the end of stage 2. Now, once again, just like we heard.
Let's go racing. That's all we're going to do.
Luke Lambert, he said, we want to race. We want to go the distance if we can. But this is a situation where there is a huge storm, a huge front that's coming through from the west. And if it does dump on the
race official at the end of stage 2. What are they going to do? 3 laps to go.
Gonna give them one to go one more time and try to see if they get around to turn 2, if there's any rain on the windshields.
Red flag.
NASCAR's going to try their hardest to get these guys a green flag finish to the end of this stage, but they're also pushing themselves up against completing this race under yellow.
I like this call, though, Junior. I like the fact that they're saying, okay, there's got a few sprinkles off turn 1. There's no damage. And right now saying, let's go 1 to go again, roll them back down the back straightaway. If we don't have any rain, then we're going to drop the green flag. I like the effort to see what can happen. There's no harm in this. The danger is what you said. You're getting closer to ending this stage under caution.
Think about what we may have here. 2 laps to determine who potentially could win this race. So that's what it's going to be, a 2-lap shootout to the end of the stage.
It's just like,
right here, bro.
Just like a green-white checker at the end of the race. It's just no different than that. That's what I tell you, my driver. Hey, it's green-white checker to the finish. This is for the win.
How aggressive will they get? Lights stay off of the pace car. Getting ready to come.
Oh boy, so here we go. It's going to be 2 laps to the end of the stage and probably the race.
Very fast at the start of this last row when they fired off those stickers. Let's see if he can do it now.
If you're on that second row, too, they're going to try to do things in the turn, get around the high side of Noah, maybe take them 3 wide here.
Jones and Gibbs back there in row 2.
Oh God, 2-lap dash to the end of the stage and probably the race. Here we go, green at Kansas.
2 more laps to go to end stage 2.
Side draft from Noah trying to slow that.
It's the 9 and the 7 up front.
Deep into the corner. Noah able to stay on his door.
54 riding along the outside, trying to get the 3rd. The 9 to the lead. The 54 coming on the outside, bumps in the back of the 7. The 7 still trying to get to the tail of the 9. 54 riding so hard on the outside. 54 has been fast all day. Last lap of stage 2. This could be the end of the race.
Chasing after that 9 of Noah Gregson.
9's got a right run like one of the best laps left. 54, they smacked the wall just a bit. And here comes the 7 back around of the 54 and the 19 as well. It's going to be a fierce battle, looks like, for the 2nd position as the 9 is riding free as they come through 3 and 4, ending the stage, possibly the race. Noah Gregson wins the stage. The 7 and the 54 bounce off each other. The 7 grabs 2nd place, 3rd place to Ty Gibbs, 4th to Brendan Jones, 5th to Ross Chastain. 6th to Allmendinger, 7th to Josh Berry, 8th Sammy Smith, 1st to Sam Mayer, and 10th to Brett Moffitt.
Yeah, so deadpan when he said it too. Yeah, it's really coming down in 1 and 2.
Well, now the race goes back into a traditional stage break. Everything that happens right here, with, you know, is the traditional stage break. What do you do?
Man,
Stay out and try
that was crazy.
to win this
Sheldon
race,
Creed,
but
let's
the
say
race
Sheldon
goes
Creed
great.
fell back to 11th. So right now that's a 4-point gap between him and Ryan Sieg. That would be 12 point. That would mean that Creed carry would be behind Ryan Sieg by 12 heading into Bristol. So Noah Gregson's looking for career win number 10.
Came back down and really slammed into the outside of that 7th of August.
Ty Gibbs
Stage 2, Gregson
is also looking for win number 10. That would tie them with such drivers as Reddick, Robert Presley, Jason Keller, one of the longest-running Xfinity regulars of all time, Cole Custer, and Bobby Labonte, the 1991 champion. Of course, Reddick is also the 2018 and 19 champion. That's a tie for the 40th most win. That would tie one of them won for the 40th most. Allgaier's up to 19 wins. That would tie him. I wouldn't hear would tie him with Greg Biffle. That would be for 20 wins all time. That's 16th most.
And then fly away on their own personal spaceships when things get hard. But we've got 182,000 people, and they're building big things, new things. Things that will change the way we do things. And you might not know their names, but these people get up every day, working together to move us all forward.
Meet Zach. His work-life balance is anything but balanced, but when he gets on the bike, he becomes Zen Zach. And Zen Zach rides with Geico, because saving money and getting great coverage is totally chill. Geico, savings and service for both your sides.
I'll be back.
Those of us
I gotta pee.
We choose raw materials over ready-made. It takes a special kind of person to build their world from scratch. And a special set of tools. Northern Tools are problem solvers' paradise. There's nothing we can't find, fix, or figure out together. We're made for this. Start solving your projects today at northerntool.com.
You're probably thinking that these two are in some sort of lover's quarrel. Well, they're not. She's redeeming rewards for matching jerseys. Twinsies!
Digital tools so impressive, you just can't stop banking. What would you like the power to do?
It's not too late to play NASCAR Fantasy Live with $10,000 cash up for grabs for the playoffs. Create an entry and pick your drivers to compete for your chance to win big. Visit NASCAR.com/fantasy to get started as we continue with the NASCAR Xfinity Series Kansas Lottery 300. Flags blowing here around the racetrack as the cold front that is just to the west right now of this racetrack continues to almost skirt it. You're hearing some of the crew chiefs saying it's just a matter of minutes before it pours, and you can see the cells are almost on top of us.
There is some, you know, mist or light rain in different areas of the racetrack on pit road. Obviously on the lens of these onboard cameras, a little bit of rain at certain parts of the racetrack, but not enough to, you know, to warrant bringing the cars down for a red flag. And so we'll be under caution, and we listen to some of these drivers and teams talk about what they're going to do. You know, I think the plan would be, if you're up front, to stay out until the very last minute.
So I'm curious, we've been under caution for 2 laps now. Why is pit road not open yet?
That's a good question. I think that I think they're, I mean, honestly, I think that they're checking the track. They're looking at the rain. They don't want to put the crew chiefs in the position with rain in the area of opening pit road and really making it an impossible decision for them. I think they're trying to just wait just to understand where this rain is, because you saw the radar. It's sitting right on top of us. Yeah, you can also, you know, when we're under caution traditionally, obviously we have the same procedures, but if there is rain, they rarely open pit road because of the dangers of the wet surface. Cars trying to get into pit road. They're going to bring them down pit road now to park the cars, but they wouldn't have live pit stops in a weather situation, right? Now, we don't have enough rain really to affect the pit stalls themselves, but that's traditionally the process for NASCAR.
So NASCAR is going to bring these cars onto pit road and stop them, Steve.
Well, I had the same
Red flag
question.
for rain coming.
Pit road or
I didn't
not.
even
Now
see
I know
that.
the red flagging, I guess they just didn't feel like the conditions warranted to continue to run under green flag, so they're going to bring them down here. We've been down here on the pit box. We have yet to see the heavy rain start, but there's definitely
This is the third race weekend in a row we've had rain in some
we just have to
capacity.
wait and see, but now that it's past halfway, I don't think it's going to take very much to end this race. And looking at the radar, it definitely doesn't look promising to miss this cell that's kind of closing in on us.
You can see the rain coming.
Yeah, the rain's starting to come down. I can see it hard on pit road.
Pit box.
So with the amount of rain we have,
Holy shit.
I think NASCAR.
That's a mean ass
played it
cell.
right by not opening pit road. They had the radar. They saw it was getting ready to start pouring.
Plus, there is in 2 hours you have the ARCA race.
To make a call, just hold it, knowing that rain was coming. Steve, I think that this is new. Like since Daytona, this is a different way of looking at throwing a caution. And I personally think that was the right way to handle that.
We're seeing the cars now 2 by 2, and the teams are going to bring the car covers over to these teams. The rain's starting to pick up a little bit more now here in the area. It didn't just come down on us. And yeah, you're hearing now.
It's picked up pretty good.
They're going to allow them to cover the cars, and the red flag is out. So the drivers will be climbing out of the cars here momentarily. But Noah Gragson, you really have to look back to that. I guess it would be the penultimate restart to this last one, where Noah Gragson, here he is. This was when there were 3 cars that did not come to pit road, but the fresher tires on the 9 here.
He gets into the back of the 39 car, and I thought that was, that hurt the initial acceleration of the car, but he's able to go to the middle of the racetrack. Seat goes low, trying to allow everybody around the outside to stay out of trouble here.
That's how Noah Gragson grabbed the lead.
Kansas, or the ARCA race at Kansas has been moved up 30 minutes.
54 car Ty Gibbs. He gets a good launch right here. He slows down to keep from getting in the back, and right here, he either gets shoved to the outside lane or decides to go the outside lane. Instead of being on the door of the 9 car, he went to the outside, and that was a major advantage to Noah.
Is this race going to be called official?
Noah out front. And now he's outside of the race cars. They're going to cover it up, and you see the rain's coming down now.
Noah's announced he's going full-time Cup racing next year. Years of experience in this Xfinity series served him well.
It's raining pretty badly there.
This has been his strongest year.
It's also been a learning year for him and a character-building year. We can't
Probably they're just pulling down the rain flaps on the tarp on the car.
He was really under a lot of pressure after that to have some self-awareness, acknowledge, the mistake and change, right, and improve as a person. And it appears to me that he is a driver, and the team all buckled down, rallied around him. They're winning races. They're putting themselves in great position going forward in the playoffs to be a real championship contender. And so I think everybody, including myself, was curious as to whether he would improve from that moment. How would he change to get beyond that? And can't ask for I think a guy doing a better job of trying to take a bad situation and get better from it.
And what you're referring to is when he and Sage Karam had made some contact a couple times during the race, and then frustration got the better of Noah, and he actually slammed into the side of Sage going down one of the straightaways there at Road America. It actually collected about 8 or 9 or 10 more cars, and I think that was the frustration of the rest of the team.
Okay, it's a downpour. Okay, are you gonna call it or not?
He has come from that point, and really, and you had a talk with him as the owner of the race team. Kelly had a talk with him, and I think he has changed. And I think his attitude when we see him at the racetrack behind the wheel of the car has definitely changed.
Yeah, I've made mistakes. All drivers do make those mistakes. All drivers are going to do bad things in the heat it's whether you can realize the mistake and be better, right? If that's a pattern, then that's a real problem. But if you get better and move on from that mistake and can change, try not to make that, have better self-control going forward, that's the sign that you want to see.
So I will say the words, the track has officially been lost in the sense that the rain has come down. It is completely soaked now. So that rain that we expected has come, and when we looked at the radar, it looks like it could be here for quite some time. You saw quite a few of the team members, the other teams from the junior organization walk by and fist bump Noah Gregson. But Allgaier still right there in second right now, and let's hear from him. He's with.
Oh, yes, I have heard. Yeah, I found out from my friends on Discord. Yes, stage 2 makes it halfway.
Go back to that restart against Noah, your teammate.
I never really.
It looked like you gave it every shot you had. What more did you need to get ahead of him?
I was waiting for Eddie to call me clear right there, but you know, hats off to our entire junior.
Yeah, and yes, I'm aware there's a glare.
Come home with a 1-2. You're really proud of our 7 team. We were terrible yesterday in practice, as you guys, you know, obviously have highlighted, and
Thank you,
just felt
Chris
like
Davis.
all day we made good adjustments on our Brent Fresh and Coach Camaro and put ourselves in good position. And ultimately, I knew I was going to have to give it all I had on the restart. Just needed a little bit more grip. You know, I think if we'd had the outside, maybe.
Call it a kitty toy. I like video games. Okay, a lot of people like video games. I like older video games. No, excuse me for having a little fun during commercial breaks
sometimes. Had a little altercation. What happened there?
Well, I don't know. I was actually pretty upset afterwards. Yeah, I saw it. I don't know. I obviously, you know, I pushed as hard as I could off the turn forward to try to get the best run I could, but I felt like I left enough space. And when we got to the front straightaway, he just hung a left to try to, I think, slow my momentum. But, you know, the hard part is if we do go back green, it affects both of us, you know, pretty significantly on the damage on our cars. So, you know, hopefully we're not too bad for the worse for wear if we do go back green. But again, proud of our team, proud of everybody on this Junior Motorsports, Brand Fresh and Coach Camaro. And say hi to my wife and kids back at home. They're not here this weekend, so I guess it's good we didn't win if the race is over.
Well, just real quickly, is that something you go talk to Ty about? That move off the corner there and what you were trying to do and what he retaliated with?
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously.
Now, why do you bother just trying to rag on me? You have that set of an existence?
The situation as I was. I mean, I rolled by him after checker and put my hand out the window like, man, what's that for? And he rolled up by me and put his hand out the window. So I don't know. I don't know
why they won't call this race yet.
It's a shame to tear a race car, especially in the conditions we were in.
Well, we'll see if we get this restarted or not, but I think we've got to get off pit road here because I'm going to lose the umbrella pretty soon. It's about to fly out of my hand.
We're getting wet. Don't worry.
No, we're done here.
NASCAR pushed the start up by 20 minutes. That's why.
Him and that umbrella have become very close this weekend. Inseparable. Yeah.
It's an important piece of equipment this weekend in many ways. Not just for sun, now also for rain. And just to for everyone out there who loves to see this sort of thing, I know it's wet because when I put my hand on the ground, it's wet, right?
And yes, I see you once again showing us exactly what the situation is. Noah Gregson.
Oh.
Have they told it?
Is it official now?
The driver of the 9 yet?
Yeah, it sounds like it might be official.
They have passed the information along. NASCAR has told us.
Race is over. Noah Gregson wins the Kansas Lottery 300. 10th career victory and 40th most tied all time. His 5th win of 2022. I forgot what year it was.
Grabbing his 10th career win.
And that ties him with Ty Gibbs for most wins.
The only track Noah Gregson did not have a top 10.
Yeah, I mean, he's been horrendous at Kansas, mostly due to getting involved in other people's crashes, and he finally wins one.
Oh, the race is not.
Yeah, wins it, or it does well. I can't.
Was it officially the rain? Was that what it was?
It was official that Parker's umbrella is going.
Okay. No.
So all right, that's going to do it for today. I'm going to go, yeah, I'm going to go end the stream. Tomorrow is...
Yeah, nothing is official. We're being told by NASCAR. So,
never mind. No, it's not.
They're running around like they won it. You find
what the hell?
Yeah, he won't.
I mean, you know, I've been here long enough. I've seen about everything, but this is new.
They said it's official. No, it's not. Fuck. Good thing I didn't end the stream. Oh, Jesus.
Championship battle between Sieg and Creed. Well, Sieg put tires on that before that last restart. He drove all the way back up to 14th. And Creed finished 11th.
So let's go back and watch him. Here's Ryan Sieg. All new tires. Took a little bit of a gamble, and he is flying.
The NBC Xfinity race is over. Gregson's the winner. And then
some guys on older
now
tires,
NBC says race is not.
He just did a nice job of pushing, making stuff happen, and that's going to be big. Watch this move right here to the bottom.
This must be the first time where it's in a position where race could end after stage 2, but before halfway.
So we keep thinking that the 2 is going to easily transfer to the next round of the playoffs. It's not working like that. He's still got a ton of work to do. And Ryan Sieg and his crowd, they're going to fight hard.
And again, the covers are on the cars. It is not official. So this race is still under a rain.
Dale Jr. apparently can get an all-star race at North Wilkesboro, but can't get determined when the race is official.
And Ty was very eager to get the green going. I heard you on the radio. Let's go. Well, the restart happens. You and Justin Allgaier have contact. I know both of you are kind of confused. Walk us through what happened.
Yeah, you know, we have a very fast restart Toyota Supra. I feel like we were good. Just got in a weird restart line, but when the 3 guys stayed out, and I just took the wrong line. I thought it was the right line, and it wasn't. And then we went back racing, and out before I made contact with Justin, I feel like I hit the wall hard, and I didn't, and I got mad and whipped it down and hit him in the door. And the stupid part is it hurt my car more than it hurt his. And I feel like his car's okay, but they're gonna have to put a door on him and get back to the shop, and that's just inexcusable for me. And I'm very disappointed in my actions, and I apologize to them. I thought it was worse, honestly, than it was, and a lot watched on TV. It wasn't. So I apologize to Jason, Justin, and Dale, and that whole group, the whole 7 group, and it just can't be doing that stuff. And it was my fault. I just felt like I got hit in the wall harder than I did, and I came back down and hit him, and I can't be doing that.
If by a miracle we do go back racing, it dries out after that contact, how's that going to affect your car, and what do you have?
Yeah, I feel like we're just going to pull the fenders out a little bit. I think the side skirt got hurt, honestly, a little bit. But I feel like our car's good. I think the 7's okay, too. He has a little right side contact from me hitting them, and my fault, so I apologize to them. But, and I apologize to my guys. You know, they're going to have to put a door on there, too, so just can't be doing that stuff. But overall, the whole racing, I feel like we had a good day racing. Besides that, I feel like we had a good car. I feel like we were really fast and just got in the weird restart line, but that's racing, and just didn't choose the right line. I got hung up behind Brett and on the old tires. And
I'm gonna keep checking for the race ending on Twitter, because this is just kind of ridiculous.
I feel like we're really fast, and I feel like all Toyotas make gains. So as you can see, I feel like running up in the top 5, top 6. So I'm very proud of our team effort and our work, and I apologize to my guys and their guys again.
And for tomorrow, you'll be playing double duty again on the Cup Series side. What did you have out of the car today, and what are you looking forward to when you race tomorrow?
Yeah, I think we have a very fast McDonald's Toyota Camry. Sorry, there's a lot of names to remember, but I feel like we're really fast. I didn't qualify necessarily where our car could have qualified at, and that was just my fault. But I feel like our car's really fast. So I'm excited to go race tomorrow. Once again, sorry at the 7 crew, and we'll go back out and go racing hard. Hopefully, I don't know what the rain's going to do. It looks pretty bad, so we'll see what happens.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
That's Ty Gibbs taking responsibility for that incident with Justin Allgaier. He will start the Cup race tomorrow in the 16th position.
Again, filling in for Kurt Busch, who is continuing to wait out his injury from Pocono qualifying.
Can we get a camera back on Noah and people keep on punking him that the race is official?
I think he literally walked to...
He thought it was there.
Yeah.
So did we.
Yeah. Yeah. So... Noah is holding his own umbrella and
really
waiting
high.
it out.
I don't know how you stay dry with the umbrella so high in the air.
Parker.
Well, Ricky, Noah may have also tricked Ryan Sieg here, who's changed into some street clothes. We're not done yet, just so you know. But you guys came in here in a pretty tight battle of Sheldon Creed there for the playoffs. You guys elected to do the opposite there and put on tires towards the end. You got a couple positions. What was that like coming to the field there in those last couple laps?
No, I wish we'd have had a couple more, but we rode under caution there. But all good. We got our spots back that we wanted. Just we wanted it to work out, but we did. And Sheldon didn't get any points, and he was looking like he wasn't going to be able to. So we just kind of did something different to try to gain something on him and on ourselves. So we had the guys did a great call on the CMR Ford this weekend. Just sucks that Mother Nature wouldn't let us finish it out.
If we were to go back racing, how is your car? Do you think you have a car that could maybe go up there and continue to beat the 2?
Yeah, we were gaining on it. We were just a little bit on the snug side that first run, and more the front tires out a little bit too much. But we adjusted on it, and we were pretty good right there. Just, you know what I mean, track position's so tough right there. And trying to run. Everybody's so close. But all in all, a great day for our team. We're a pretty small team still, running with a bunch of affiliated teams, and it's just pretty much Cowboy and I doing our setup. So we really, you know what I mean. There's not a whole lot of information and help that we normally get. So it's great for us to come out here and compete with these big Cup affiliated teams.
Well, I want to ask about that because it's pretty amazing. I was talking to Cowboy about that. You guys have 6 full-time employees. You run 2 full-time cars, and you're battling against RCR to make it in the playoffs. What is that like?
It's pretty huge. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be there, and he shouldn't be where he's at, but he's just, you know what I mean, learning, and you know what I mean. He's gotten better throughout the year, and we've it's been a fun battle trying to get ourselves towards where we need to be. And we had a rough summer, and wrecks and stuff like that put us behind, but it's just it's fun, you know what I mean, trying to compete against these guys that have multi-million-dollar sponsorships and car owner like Richard Childress. So for us to be in contention with them is great.
You got 2 more races to go. What do you think about those 2 races coming up?
I like Bristol, so you know what I mean. The past few years we haven't run very good. We have a couple mechanical issues, but I feel like if we have a clean race, we'll find ourselves going in the playoffs to Texas.
Well, guys, if we're over here, it's still pretty cool to see this small team battle here to get in the playoffs.
It has been year in and year out. Interesting to watch Ryan Sieg, Clements, those teams, single car teams, family teams that continue to fight. As we wait out the rain, Noah Gregson also waiting out the
Right now, it could seem like the only people who matter are the loudest. Those who want to tear things down and then fly away on their own personal spaceships when things get hard. But we've got 182,000 people, and they're building big things, new things, things that will change the way we do things. And you might not know their names, but these people get up every day, working together to move us all forward.
Here, eBay Motors has 122 million parts. Hey, Dave?
Yep. Wait.
How are those new wipers?
Small. They're small.
For parts that fit your vehicle, go to eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Phil and his cave twin over there, both very into their new tools. Merrill can rebalance Phil's portfolio for him. Sweet. That's just a rock.
Your money never stops working for you with Merrill, a Bank of America company.
Oh, I just hope I can shut this off soon. There's just nothing happening.
This championship fight is tight. The last one at Belle Isle is won by willpower.
Oh, God.
Scott Dixon chasing his 7th championship.
I don't believe we did that.
Marcus Ericsson wins.
You just won the Indy 500.
I can't believe it. I'm so happy.
Joseph Newgarden within whispering distance of the championship, and that's his 5th win on the season. Scott McLaughlin wins.
And boys, well done. 33 to the moon. Let's go.
It's tomorrow on NBC and Peacock. We'll see who will be crowned champion of the NTT IndyCar Series and then be able to hoist that NASCAR Cup championship race from Laguna Seca. That race coverage at 3 p.m. Eastern again tomorrow. NBC and Peacock. You take a look at the point standings. The NASCAR Cup is up for grabs, and 5 drivers still mathematically in it. Look at 2nd and 3rd, tied right now. They are 20 points back from Will Power. Again, Scott Dixon looking for his record-tying 7th championship, going for that Astor Cup, which, by the way, Junior, I know that you're a historian. The Astor Cup, the race was run in 1915 and 1916 at Sheep's Head Bay in New York. Now, these cars were racing on what kind of track in 1915 and 1916?
A board track.
That's right. You are a historian of the sport. So they were racing on a board track.
Boards, yep.
So
stuff like Altoona Speedway.
Started back in 1915 and 16.
Off the top of my head, there's one in, I think, Los Angeles Motor Speedway, Morris Park.
We're being told we're moments away from finding out. And
oh, please, just tell us already.
In the upper left-hand corner and seeing lap 94 of 200 and thinking, well, they're not to half.
I'm trying to think. I have a list of like different, like I have a just giant ass Excel sheet. Yeah, one with the
halfway or the end of stage.
You know, like with the finishes. I also have one of all the IndyCar races that I've able to do so far. I've gotten up to 1979 and 9.
Halfway point or the end of stage
from 1905 to 1979, because 1905 was the first season. The 1916, then World War II blocked that off. 1920 onward. One of the winners of some of the old IndyCar races was Eddie Rickenbacker, the U.S.'s flying ace in World War I.
Now he wants to go out into the rain again without the umbrella.
Are we good now?
NASCAR is now telling us it is official. Noah Gragson
we sure?
has won his
finally.
career
Now, 10th career win for Noah Gragson. First at Kansas, tied 40th all time. And the fifth one of the season, tying with Ty Gibbs. Now we're done.
How do you know? Good point. You might yet. Yeah. I was going to say we're not there yet, Junior, but we are walking with Noah Gragson, which, if you followed Noah for any period of time throughout his career, you know that most days with Noah are some sort of an adventure. Noah, what kind of an adventure was this today?
It was tough. I don't know if we had the fastest car there at the beginning in the first stage, but this Bass Pro Shop team, Luke Lambert and the rest of the boys.
Where are we going, by the way?
We're going to get in the car. We're putting Z-Man. Johnny, we're putting Z-Man in the car.
Yeah.
Who's Z-Man?
Who is Z-Man?
This is Z-Man right here. He's my main buddy. Are they not letting us put him in the car? Well, we're going to climb the fence.
Careful.
You gotta climb the fence.
I don't know. I felt like if it would have went green, we could have kept working on it. We had a pretty fast car there, but I'll take them any way we get them.
Forgot. You gotta
the 7 was fast. The 54 was obviously the fastest car all day, but extremely grateful. Thank you, Johnny, everybody at Bass Pro Shops, Rusty, True Timber, Matt and Evan from Black Rifle Coffee, Mike and Brian, everybody who gets our program to the racetrack, Joe, Ryan Pemberton, he's been a big...
right, and he's leaving his role at the end of the year to be replaced by L.W. Miller.
Motorsports, just super thankful, and we'll take them any way we can get them.
They're going to try to get some permission here. Hang on a second. Hang on. I got to talk about that last restart. That was incredible. What did you see? You knew there were cars on lesser tires.
Yeah, there's a couple of them up front, and I knew they were kind of down on tires. I saw the 07 spinning their tires, and we can't do a burnout. Oh, man. Well, we can't do a burnout, unfortunately.
You're going to have to get creatively celebratory here.
We'll go climb the fence, I guess. We'll take them any way we can get them.
All right, Noah Gragson.
Climb the fence?
I would say in victory lane, but that's not quite correct. He has one today. Z-Man's going to go with.
Right, so we can't do a burnout. Yeah, it's fucking raining. You can't burn out in the rain.
We appreciate that, Dave. At some point in time, Noah Gragson will be heading to the Ruoff Mortgage victory lane. Right now, he's going to do his celebratory climbing of the fence, which we have seen multiple times for him. As the crew walks across the wet grass here at Kansas Speedway. Normally, the climbing of the fence is in celebration with the fans, but the fans have taken shelter once the rains came.
I can hear them.
With Kim Kuhn and Sheldon Creed.
That's right, catching up with Sheldon Creed, who ultimately officially finishes this race in the 11th position.
He's going to be 12 points behind
chaos
C.
at the end of that race. What was kind kind of going through your mind, and what did you have out of the car?
Well, I had a lot more confidence in it than I thought what we had today. We were third or whatever in qualifying, fifth in practice, and it was really tight yesterday, and then today the
13
weather's a
point
lot different. And
my bad.
Fired off there. I thought we were really good, and then I don't know, went to really bad when the track started building rubber, and I tried so many different things. I tried the bottom, I tried the top, I tried middle, I tried fading different lines, and just couldn't get anything to work or make speed. And
yeah, the fans came back.
Nowhere we missed it.
We got to finish this MRN interview.
So looks like we gained 3 points, I think. So that'll make things interesting in Bristol.
Herbst and Mayer have clinched playoff positions on points alone.
You wish we'd have got that win last week, but proud of everyone at RCR, ECR Motors, Wheeling, Trent Showing, Chevrolet, everyone that helps us out. Wish we could have finished this one, and I don't know, maybe played strategy. I don't think we had the speed to win today, but maybe could have played it differently and got a better finish, and maybe got a bigger gap between the 39 and us.
You mentioned that points differential. You did gain 3 points. Now you're back 13 from Ryan Sieg. The points game is real, and it will be very real next weekend at Bristol. How does that change maybe your approach to the race and how aggressive you race? And will you be paying attention throughout those laps on what the 39's doing?
Yeah, I mean, points racing's never fun. We're just going to go and do our best. We're going to show up with the best car we can and treat it like we're going to the Final Four. We just need to go and be on our A game in Bristol. We need to go practice good. We need to qualify good. And we need to get max stage points and give ourselves a shot at the win at the end. I think looking at where Myatt ran last year in Bristol and in previous years with RCR, they've been pretty decent there. So, yeah, going to go do my homework with Josh Wise this week and do the best I can next week.
So you guys heard it. He's going to treat next weekend like the Final Four, trying to get playoff eligible at Bristol.
Yeah, it's only one race to go in the regular season. As we look at the
all right, now, tomorrow is the Hollywood Casino 400. And that's the important
wins, but based on points, they are locked into the playoffs. So 3 spots.
Anyway, tomorrow's the Hollywood Casino 400, race 2 of the round of 16 in the Cup Series. That's for next time I'll be streaming. Thank you so much for watching. Final tally for stuff coming in a moment. This is BowserJrXD signing